So that's a little bit bad, a little bit fucked up,
All
because
right.
it was like it was going nice, but like that. Then I know you don't have much time. I just wanted to finish the thought. Like,
I got
do you
5 minutes. Let's see if the guy. Let me answer. Let me answer. Who was it? Forex something.
Yeah, forex something.
Forex something. They call me the crypto guy. I don't know nothing. I'm talking about.
You
Okay.
look like the crypto guy.
The crypto guy. That's a good name, actually. The crypto
Yeah.
guy. Very cool. I'm the crypto guy. So listen. No, it's not decentralized. It's not decentralized at all. And I'll tell you why. Okay. Just because a bunch of people own a bunch of different
Be
products,
careful what you talk. That's my biggest holding.
I understand. It's not
Be,
bad. What I'm going to say is not that bad.
it's fine.
Okay.
It's
But
fine.
let's be honest. Okay. Just because there's a bunch of governance tokens that everybody owns that can vote, and the CEO maybe, I don't know, doesn't own or owns
There's
less
no
or
CEO.
whatever.
No
There's no
CEO. No
CEO.
nothing. Yeah.
That does not mean it's decentralized. It's still centralized because you got a bunch of people that can vote for shit, right? So if it wasn't so decentralized, there wouldn't be an issue right now with who's going to be keeping like the money that just be stolen. We were talking in the beginning of the stream. If the wallet's going to get slashed, it was effectively like you're doing sanctions on someone. It's not decentralized at all. That's
Mhm.
not decentralization. Being able to slash somebody's wallet, his private wallet, is the equivalent of me coming to your house and saying, "Hey, guess what? This is mine because my community just voted
And
for it."
let's say regardless of it's right or not, because
Yeah,
this
regardless, of
might be
course.
right thing to do, but that's the, like some people would say sanctioning
No,
the,
no, it's
you know
not. It is not
yeah.
decentralized because
But
it's owned by a bunch of people that call themselves a DAO.
mhm.
But to make you feel better, forex, whatever, um, nothing is decentralized except Bitcoin. This is the proof. This is what the proof of concept of. This is what everyone. Hey, look at Bitcoin. Oh, it's not old tech.
But
Well, that's
can we argue that there are more decentralized and less decentralized proof of stake chains, or you wouldn't say there is
I
difference?
don't know much. I don't know enough about it.
Like, yeah, because I think there's efforts to like being as much decentralized as possible, because you can have the choice of the, number of
Let me also
nodes.
say something about the speed issue here. Speed issue is also how fast you can fix something. So if the more centralized the project is, the faster they can fix things, the faster they can act. Therefore, they're more centralized. But guess what? They're faster and they're easy and they're better for business in general.
Hmm.
So being centralized is not a bad thing either,
Hmm.
right? I'm not. It's not a bad thing. I don't like people want to. The only reason everyone wants to be decentralized is because everyone wants to mimic Bitcoin in this space, which makes sense because it's the cryptocurrency. But guess what?
I, yeah.
But guess what? Look, you can have innovation, you can have direction, you can have a whole bunch of things without trying to be decentralized or claiming to be. You can still innovate and shape and move the future forward. Everyone's caught up on the wrong things, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it doesn't really matter. Like, the matter is, I think that what's really important for these chains is which chain is going to acquire the most talented people that will want to build there and shape the lifestyle of the people, because that's
Exactly.
basically what it is. And I even spoke with, people from certain chains with proof of stake chains. I don't want to keep repeating Juno, but I was saying, and this, and the, co-founder is like, he said the Bitcoin is most important, because you can't repeat that. You can't repeat this level of decentralization. No matter what you try, there it was first, and it was the best at design because of that.
Well, that, and it's also proof of work. You can't have
Yes.
a truly decentralized system without proof of work. You just can't.
But then, if you would create the proof of work now, it wouldn't be
No,
the way
it
Bitcoin
wouldn't
is
reach the.
anymore.
It
So
wouldn't
this
reach
is
the.
why,
It's not just the proof of work, it's the nodes. It's the nodes, guys. It's
yes,
the
this
nodes.
is why Bitcoin is so important. But also, like, trying to decentralize proof of stake chain is very difficult, because if you have too many nodes proof of stake chain, the chain is gonna get stuck. And I'm sorry to roast on this, because I was roasting Cardano many times, and there was the Sandy swap. There was some launch of the Cardano DEX, and it didn't turn well. It was actually stuck for days because of this. Too many nodes.
Exactly.
You can't do it. So actually, proof of stake need a certain level of centralization or decentralization or whatever. Like it
And
just
that's why
needs.
Ethereum
Hmm.
is also slow and to upgrade. It's not just because they're code and this and
Yes,
that.
yes,
It's
yes.
because they're serious, and it's because they know it takes time to fix shit.
Hmm.
So they're trying to find an adequate level of being decentralized, but also being able to offer what they offer.
Hmm.
And guess what? Speed has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Bottom line, right? Now, I cannot dive in further on the tech side of why and hows and ifs. I could try, but I don't think we have enough time. But
Yeah.
somebody that explains it very well is Andreas Antonopoulos. And if you
Hmm.
want to go say to Andreas Antonopoulos who doesn't know what he's talking about, good luck. And if you don't know who Andreas Antonopoulos is, then
You should
really
know.
you
You
should
should
know,
know.
and you shouldn't be even talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
you shouldn't be saying people don't know what they're talking about if you don't know who Andreas Antonopoulos is. So
let's finish it with Bitcoin, okay?
sure,
I was watching you a week ago.
yeah,
Actually, the Bitcoin price, just after start of the war and when the sanctions start rolling, Bitcoin pumped,
yeah,
and then start dumping. And you made the video that you actually think
it's an
it's
anomaly in the charts.
it's anomaly,
Yeah,
and it's going to go back up to
yes,
42,000, but then it actually dropped
yeah,
below 40,000, and you recorded video and saying I was wrong, but I still stand by my words that this is
yeah,
anomaly and we are going back up. And the
exactly,
next day it went back up
yeah.
over 42,000,
And
and
I
now
said
it's still dumped.
and the funny thing is, I said it on BitBoy Crypto Show as well. So I put myself out there to what 40,000 people.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, but I made a bold claim because I think
Yes,
it was
but
not.
now it's again below 40,000. What's going
Yeah, it's
on? Like.
395. It's so I talked about I did another video on my channel with Gareth Soloway about this.
Hmm.
Um just before we went back up over 40K. So it was my video, but then I also made another video with Gareth Soloway. If you don't know who he is, a world trader, very respected, very better technical analysis than I am. Let's put it this way: he knows more about more things. I'm more basic, but I tend to look at things. It depends on how you. But he's got more experience, and I'd say he's better. Um, now, even though my ego, doesn't like me saying that, but it's true. So the issue was that I was looking at the 40K psychological, but the technical was like 39,687 or some
Hmm.
shit like that. But I always look at the psychological. When
Hmm.
I trade, if I have a rule, no one has, not many people have this rule, if anybody. But in crypto, when something's close enough to a psychological number, I will go off the psychological number
Hmm.
just because I think it's powerful,
Hmm.
right? So that was the first issue. And the second issue was, well, actually, we did break 40K, but there was a 2 days delay because of this small little detail that I didn't see. But yeah, there was no reason for Bitcoin to drop at that point. Now, of course, this is short term. We don't know what's going to happen here and out. It looks like it's holding, but at that particular point, it just didn't look right. The charts
Hmm.
didn't look right to me.
And so I would like to ask you, we have the war, we have the sanction pouring towards Russia, um, which could be bullish. We have the oil prices going up a lot. We have already the wheat prices because Russia and
Yeah,
Ukraine are responsible for 30% of the export of the wheat. So
yeah.
we will probably pay a lot for bread in the in
Better
this.
start doing. Better start going on Atkins.
So yeah. um so the question is,
Give me 1 second. I need to take this phone. This is very important. But
okay, let's.
entertain your audience 1 second.
No worries. There is no one here. I have nothing to talk to the audience. um I'm actually getting some information on the um on the Juno
All right.
well. Oh,
So I gotta
I
go, but let me but
yeah,
finish your thought. I got 3 minutes.
it's fine. It's
They're
fine.
waiting.
Just do your do
No, no,
your.
no, no. Finish your thought.
So the no, I wanted about this. So regarding all of this crisis, what's for crypto and Bitcoin? Is it
Well,
bullish for Bitcoin, and or it will follow this disaster happening?
so this is where things get interesting. Let's not talk about crypto. Let's talk about Bitcoin, because crypto right now would pretty much
Hmm.
follow Bitcoin. If
Hmm.
Bitcoin goes up, crypto will go up. If Bitcoin goes down, Bitcoin will go down. It's correlated. That's it. Now, the problem here is Bitcoin itself. It's a speculative asset, right? Now, is it a hedge? Is it something like gold? Is it anti-inflationary, so it will go up during the war? Or is it considered a high-risk asset? And the problem is with Bitcoin right now, it's considered both.
I wanted to say, like, I thought you will stop, and I will say it's both.
Right.
you know.
So the thing is that's why you're seeing a lot of different
Hmm.
movements. So right now, Bitcoin is working to evaluate itself as a store of value, anti-inflationary, like gold and so on. Now, will it succeed this time? We don't know. Will it succeed later on? We don't know. Don't forget that in time of crisis, even gold falls before it goes up. So maybe it'll take some time for Bitcoin to establish its position, and that's why we're looking at a range right now, a very big range, by the way, and we're going to see which direction it goes to. But either way, Bitcoin is proving itself to be kind of both. We'll see what happens. I would not know if it's bullish or not, because maybe in the beginning of the war, for example, it's bearish, for example, but later on, when people realize it's the only way to preserve their money, they can't get their hands on dollars, gold, whatever, Bitcoin's the only way to do it and get the money out,
Hmm.
and to send money in. So it's very interesting times, and Bitcoin seems to be holding the position of it being positive in this case, because one of the reasons I said there's an anomaly in the charts, Bitcoin didn't drop as much as it was supposed to.
Hmm.
So if
I
you do
mean,
the
I'm
math,
surprised it's holding. It's
I can't
holding
really
well.
get into the details right now, but when there was almost a nuclear plant exploding, at least that's what we thought, and,
Hmm.
and it taking the world with it. Bitcoin didn't drop as much as it was supposed to relative to that in the charts.
Hmm.
And that to me looked like an anomaly. I'm like, okay, then it's supposed to go up like gold. But wait a minute, why is it going down? And but wait, it's holding off. There's support where normal support ranges. I don't want to get into it, but it just looked off.
Hmm.
And that's where I based most of my theory off. There was other factors as well, but that's where I based most of my theory on. So it is proving itself as we speak, but at the same time, the volatility, because of it being a high risk asset, we'll see in time.
I understand. There was, sorry, like, not sure. Last more thing is okay for you or not?
Sure, sure.
There was someone I actually don't like to address because I'm not very into the Pulse chain, but I saw the comment. I don't know if
Hmm.
someone see it, but there was the question in the, like, about thinking if they will like. What's your thoughts, like, overall
So
on the
Pulse Chain is making a mirror or a copy of whatever's going on in the Ethereum chain. It's very interesting to say the least. I'm actually excited to see what happens. And yes, a lot of things will be replicated on the Pulse Chain if it works out, which I think it is. I mean, Richard Hart knows what he's doing. The problem is A, if it's a replica or a copy or a mirror, does it hold the same value? For example, you have an NFT which will be replicated since it's on Ethereum or will go onto Pulse Chain. But will people regard this as the same value, or is it just a copy, like taking a picture of it, like, I'll take a screenshot, like everyone likes to
Mm-hmm.
say? And second of all, people don't understand is and hey, don't get me wrong. I love Richard Hart. I have him on my channel all the time. I'm a friend. I like talking to him. I learned a lot from Richard Hart. I stake Hex. I bought Pulse Chain, right? I sacrificed.
I don't, and I'm not believer.
But let's be honest. What we're saying here, just because, and I don't understand why people don't talk about this. Just because you hold a copy of an NFT on Pulse Chain, good luck trying to play my game with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand.
Unless you
Um,
get a developer to make the exact game or buy the rights for Pulse Chain,
yes.
it won't work on Pulse
So
Chain.
my opinion is, yeah, like it might be ghost chain actually. I don't know if it will be. I wish the
It's
best
an
of
interesting
luck to
experiment. I
everyone.
think it's going to do well. We'll see. I don't know. It might do great.
I
I don't
I
know.
I think it all depends in the developers will go there and work with it. My issue is I don't like the sacrificing of tokens or this word, which is basically the word
Yeah.
for getting the financial benefits, and that's why I'm not gonna participate.
No,
It's
totally
just not
understand. I
my.
did it as an experiment. Don Kryptonium, Marcin, I thank you so much for having me
Oh,
on. They're waiting for me downstairs, bro. I would wait, but I really
it's
have to
it's
go.
it's amazing. I really enjoyed this despite the short. Like I think we squeezed so many good
Yeah.
informations. You have new camera, I think. Like you're
Yes,
looking
yes.
sharp, you're looking
The
healthy.
Sony ZV-E10.
So I hope your health is good. I
It's
didn't
been
have
okay.
chances. So enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Bye bye.